Peace, family. This is Aurora Divine coming to you again. Today's topic of discussion is black holes. Now, I titled this video Black Hole IntroSPECtion for a reason. Now, I'm trying to see if I can maneuver this real quick. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, family. So I go by Divine Intuition here on YouTube, and I had to pause real quick because this is kind of like I'm doing something new, and so I'm trying to figure out if whether you can see me. If not, then it is what it is. So what I really wanted to talk about today was something that I had to share. So I wanted to talk about black holes and how we've never saw them in this aspect. So a lot of the, let's say, information that I get or energies that I get really comes from my inner cells, right? Cells and selves are the same. However, I like to call them spirits. So if that doesn't resonate with you, you can call them yourself, your higher self, your intuition, whatever. Now, I ended up doing a regression, which I definitely feel everyone should get. However, that's not the topic of discussion right now because it's what happened after I got the regression is what I kind of want to talk about, and not just because regressions are very personal. So I'm not going to touch into that, but I will touch into what I saw after I had my regression. And it actually was something that I kept going with, right? And so I'll just touch base on what it is that got me to that point. But I would like to say that I was still in a regressive state where I didn't need the mentor or regressionist to assist me. I was still actively in my subconscious. That is the best way to describe this. Shortly after my regression ended, I gave myself more time to sit with myself. And in a regression, you're pretty much asked to be in a very quiet state so that you can tune within. And that also consists of like a dark space. Interesting that we want to be in a dark space in order to kind of activate our subconscious, because our subconscious is the darkness, the vast darkness, right? But it's things that we don't see but are recorded in a sense, where everything that we do hold that is within us, not absolute consciousness, but underneath, right? So a sub would be to go under. And whether you want to say that that could be like an abyss type of energy or whatever the case may be. But I have a picture, and I'm not quite sure if you can see this picture. So I'm going to see if just maybe we can go ahead and... So I actually have this beautiful black hole right behind this. And what I saw, right? So I saw a couple of things, but the one thing that I saw was a giant eye. And this eye was looking at what looked like a planet move through space. Okay. And what I realized was this is not a planet. I'm sorry, this is a planet, but this is not an eye, right? This is a black hole. Now, the pieces that I put together, and this is what I saw in my subconscious, which means I feel like I was at one time at the birth of something very ancient. But I also have primordial energy within me. Now, that doesn't just mean Titan energy. Primordial energy is etheric in nature. However, this is what everything is made up of, right? This is what you would call like what's the word? I can't get it right now. It'll come back to me. Dark matter? That's what you would call dark matter. Thank you, Spirit. I had assistance on that one. I'll just let you know. So I want to share, right? Because I want you guys to see what it is that I actually got to see. And I want you guys to understand that a black hole is in the center of every galaxy. And what I realized was that it's in the center of every galaxy. So what I was actually observing was a black hole, the center of the galaxy. And what it was doing was observing planets passing by. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, this is what I saw in my subconscious, and I've always had such a affinity for black holes and never understood why. However, I do understand that there was one point where I felt like Source was a black hole. But if we want to go back to black hole, like I just had spoken in my last video about mem, which is the womb, right? Or it's an open mem, closed mem. However, the closed mem would be the womb, the child in the womb for 9 months. So we can say that the womb is a black hole. Now, would I be wrong to say that Source is a black hole? Absolutely not. However, everyone has their own perspective and everyone has their own belief. So I am just offering more of a perception to those and more of an out of box type of experience here, right? So I wanted to show you. I wanted to show the family real quick. So let's do that. Let me share my screen. And let's go to this one. Well, first and foremost, I was trying to go back to where I got this lovely picture at. So let's see if I can go back real quick. I think it got it from here. Now, I think this is it. Let me just double check. Now, and you can't see me, so hold on, that's the problem. I'm gonna have to take this off real quick. So you guys can see. There we go. Hold on. I'm gonna have to play with StreamYard a little, so I apologize. However, I did not want all of that up. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Just had to fix what I was doing. So, you guys, or, family, y'all seen the picture that I had put up based off of that beautiful black hole that looks literally like an eye, right? Now, I have to play with this setting, so I apologize, but I did want to touch base on what a black hole is. Well, the black hole, so there's always a black hole in the center, right? And then it got me thinking, I don't know if anyone has, because there's a lot of deep knowledge here. And when we talk about black holes, we're literally talking about knowledge, right? Transformation. Funny enough, if you have actually did some studying or have been doing some research or are actively understanding or working with the Kabbalah tree of life, then you'll know that there is what we would call like an invisible sphere. And that sphere is the Dath portal. And the Dath portal is a portal, right? However, they associate it to a section where it's called the abyss. And that's kind of another story. So I'm going to try and keep this, well, not another story, but it's another topic that I want to get into soon. However, I want to kind of relay the fact that it's a portal. And if anyone has seen Interstellar, everyone watching Interstellar would see that when they go through the black hole, it's literally a portal from one galaxy to another galaxy. It's literally just a portal, right? But no one really knows where these black holes lead because of the fact that time and matter basically get pulled or ripped apart. Literally, right? Now, I know that a lot of us want to say that time doesn't exist, but in the reference of time and matter, they're like this. This is the reason why we matter. Literally, we are in form because time and matter are like this. And so with a black hole, it literally can rip them apart. And so you're not a physical form and time doesn't exist because it gets ripped apart. So I know that that's going to be something new for quite a few people, maybe. However, just stick with me. So, like I said, I had this vision. I saw this eye literally looking, and it was actually like the eye itself was actually, it was huge. It was huge, but it was actually looking and it was moving. And just the center part of it reminded me of an eye. But then I realized, oh my gosh, this is a black hole. And so we'll go to what I was looking at, right? Because our black hole in the Milky Way is actually called Sagittarius A. So I'm not sure if anyone knew that, but there's quite a few references to our super black hole at the center of our galaxy. Now, this is where I found the image and I was like, yo, boom, there it is, right? But now I just want to scroll through real quick. And if you care to kind of like use your imagination, you can see that a lot of references, first and foremost, the spiral. Okay, the spiral is definitely something that we need to observe here, because that is based off of time. Time is cylindrical for a reason. And it's because we rotate or orbit around a black hole. So, like I said, family, if you have watched Interstellar, then Interstellar would go ahead and tell you that the closer you get to a black hole, the less time is relevant, because time really doesn't exist. It actually so it doesn't exist closer to a black hole. So time is relevant away from a black hole. So you know that I forgot the main character, right? The father in Interstellar. He literally ages years, like maybe even decades, within like an hour of being on a planet that was super close to the black hole because of what do they call it? Time relativity or something like that. Time relativity theory. I can't speak that word real well. Relativity. Sorry. Anywho, I was looking for something. Okay, this to me looks like an eye. This actually in the middle looks like the shape of an eye. Let me go back because there was something else that I was looking at that I was like, wow, there's even so much. This is an eye. Literally, it looks like an eye. This looks like an eye to me. If you look at it, you see the kind of oval, like this would be like the out. I know you guys just, if you use your imagination, you can get my drift, right? There was something that I was looking at earlier and I was like, wow, they even have like a little, I guess it was like a cartoon or something that had like an eye and it was a black hole, but it was a guy and it showed the eye as a black hole. So I also thought, and to tap in a little more, you know, how there are quite a few celebrities that they do the over the eye, you know what I'm saying? You guys ever think that it could also be like in reference to like a black hole, like they know something more or they're observing something? This looks like an eye. Like literally, it's beautiful actually. This looks like an eye. And then these are what you would call like quasars, if I'm not mistaken. So we won't get into that because those are different. But and apparently this is what ours. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, that's gorgeous. That looks, see, spiral galaxy. Like, it could be art. However, I feel like a lot of people who tap into certain aspects, they see things from a different perspective, and so they get these type of visions, right? Based off of like tapping into a higher consciousness, or even tapping into a black hole consciousness where they can visually see this. So give me 1 minute. So let me go back, because then I came here and this is what our black hole looks like apparently, right? So I'm trying to enlarge it real quick. I don't want to lose my place. But do you see that? It's circling counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. So I want to speak on that real quick, because everything as time is clockwise, a black hole is counterclockwise. So in reference to a black hole is literally what we would consider it would be considered a feminine aspect, because it pulls things in. The feminine aspect is what we would consider magnetic, right? Magnetizing. So the black hole, just like a womb, because a womb is a black hole, is what we would consider a feminine aspect of the galaxy. And what would be feminine in nature would be bodies. So it's almost like think about a womb, right? Let me just go back real quick. Whoops, wrong one. I was trying to go back to this one. Was it this one? A womb is a black hole. And what does it create? Bodies. So, I don't think this was it either. However, this is just showing Sagittarius A, which is apparently and allegedly the black hole within our universe. Or I would say galaxy, Milky Way galaxy. That's not it. But just to kind of go back real quick, then I looked up black hole eyes, and this is an actual eye. It's an eye under a magnifying, or it's magnified, right? Just tell me if this is different from this one. Where did it go? Hold on. Oh, Lord. Nope. Wait. Let me pause real quick. Sorry. 1 minute. Okay. Found it. So let me go back real quick. Now, is this one, okay, any different from this one? Like, absolutely not. And this is when I started realizing, do you see what this is? This is how we receive information. This is our pupil. This is what we would consider the iris part, right? Now, this looks like, indeed, how the human eye and black holes are like, this is wild. And this is what I was saying. Like, I actually saw this before looking this up. And I saw this like a few weeks ago. Actually, I saw this, on the 15th? So, this is what I'm saying. I saw this within myself, and this got me to realizing, oh my gosh, our black holes are really our pupils, and this is why it's at the center of everything. Now, do you know what this looks like? And this is amazing. Has anyone ever gotten a eye exam and they check the back part of your eye? This is what that looks like. Literally. This looks like that. And of course you have like some veins or whatever, but this is what that looks like from a distance. When you kind of like have to take like the back part of your eye. I'm not even playing with you. And that's because, I didn't have the last exam that I had was not even too long ago. So yeah, and I would let's actually get into this because these people have the right thing. So I want everyone to understand that we are bodies within bodies within bodies. This is how we work. So let's see. Their ability to absorb light. Exactly. This is why the black hole is an iris or a pupil. I'm sorry. The black hole is a pupil. But the black hole or galaxies are nothing but eyes. I was tripping when I saw this. And I saw this within, right? So, like I said, I resonate with a black hole. Now, whether that means one thing or the other, that's for me to tap into. However, the fact that I viewed this black hole and I viewed this eye, literally a body, which only means that I'm observing a greater body within myself, something very cosmic. This is what I personally feel. So I'm viewing a greater body that's viewing planets, but planets are bodies. So we're viewing, or I personally was viewing a body, a planet within a body, which was the black hole or the eye. So I'm literally watching a body viewing a body, and I'm the body viewing these bodies. Yo, this is one of the deepest things I had to share. And I was like, man, this is going to be a good live. So let's see. So the human eye is a marvel of nature, capturing and decoding light. Okay. However, we can decode light, but we can also decode darkness. So let's not get that twisted. decoding light to give us a window into the world around us, while black holes are enigmatic regions of space where not even light can escape. Despite their differences, both the human eye and black holes play important roles in our understanding of the universe and the behavior of light. Interesting. All right, let's just kind of surface this real quick. Okay, there it goes. So, the cornea helps us focus the incoming light, which then passes through the pupil. An adjustable opening. Interesting. Because you know how, and I'm not trying to say anything about this, however, it is fact that upon certain things like mushrooms, it allows your eyes to dilate. But if you were to go ahead, excuse me, drink some tea real quick. I just want to say this is day 1 of my Blue Lotus tea, but I didn't steep. I actually have, so what I did was I put some berries, put some water, and I just took the juice or the water from the berries, and I used that to make my tea. So then I put all of that together with ginkgo, rhodalia, Blue Lotus. I'm missing one more. Ginkgo, rhodalia, Blue Lotus, and go-to cola. That's because my wonderful twin, I call him my twin, it definitely mirrors. He put me on these few herbs, and this is day 1. However, I made it so freaking good that I can't wait to see what else, so yeah, I'm definitely more in my herbal essence. Herbal essence. No, this is not paid. This is not I'm not sponsoring herbal essence. No, I'm talking about like herbals, teas. But that was pretty witty of me. Anyway, let's get back to this. So like I was saying, things like mushrooms dilate the pupil. And so a lot of us, we actually see, or, any person who has taken a larger amount of mushrooms rather than like microdosing, a larger amount of mushrooms is going to allow more light to come through the eyes. And so your perception is going to be different, right? So if you were to go to the eye doctor and they were to give you eye drops to dilate your pupils, a lot of people say that it's blurry, they can't really see, stuff of that nature. So yes, pupils are adjustable and they adjust. If you're having a heart attack, they actually constrict. Your pupils get very small. So again, our pupils ourselves are adjustable, and apparently these are different aspects of how we bring in light, right? Obviously. So the lens further refines the focus, directing the light into the cornea. Now, this is what I was trying to say. So this is what I wanted to show you guys again. This is what the cornea in the back of the eye would look like. I'm not even playing. I've saw, like, the last time that I went to my eye doctor, because my job actually gives me, well, I obviously signed up for vision insurance, because I do wear contacts. And so if you guys see me itching because my contacts are getting a little dry, I might be switching over to my glasses, which is why in my title I put IntroSPECtion, right? Because we are going to be looking into the aspect of what a black hole really is. And spect, like spectacle, or specs, like glasses, is all relevant. So everything that I title and certain ways that I title things are very relevant to the topic and the discussion. But yes, that's what it looks like. That's what a cornea really would look like. So where are we? Okay. Retina, whatever. Retina, cornea, sorry. It's all eye, parts of the eye, but I believe that the retina is in the back, right? So whatever it is that they do and they look at the back of the eye, it might be the retina. That's what I was just speaking on. I said cornea, but the cornea is at the front of the eye, pardon me. So yes, a layer of light sensitive eyes located at the back of the eye. So another thing is, this is why they say we are literally walking galaxies. Like, we are literally walking space. Like, we are space matter. Like, this gets so deep, family. I just wanted to say that. And this was all because of my subconscious regression, but because I stood in that spot and wanted to still see what was beyond what my regression was. And like I said, regressions are personal, so it's up to you if you want to choose to, say what it is. However, I will speak on this black hole because I think everyone can definitely utilize this information and learn more about themselves. Like, this is us. We're learning about us, right? So anyways, let's talk about rods and cones, which detect dark and light. I wonder which detects light and dark. Interesting. Rods. When you think of a rod, I just want you guys to know, when you think of a rod, think of light. When you think of cones, think of dark. Okay. So when you think of a rod, you think of a lightning rod. Rod, really. And when you think of a cone, which is funny, I think I just saw something. Here, let me see. There was something that literally, there you go. Boom! Think of dark, okay? Cones, think of dark. So, all right. La la la. Light reaches the retina. It triggers a chain reaction that generates nerve signals, which are sent to the brain and interpreted as images. Okay, black holes absorb light and create their defining characteristics, the event horizon. Now, here is something interesting, right? I know this is going to be kind of off topic, but I'm looking at this lady's eye, and I'm not even going to lie. The first thing that caught my attention was the center, right? Do you know how sometimes people actually get what they would call like cataracts? Would that be what we would consider kind of like a sense of I don't know. I almost want to say like an exploding, or like a black hole that's, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get there. I'm gonna have to I'll have to tap into that one a little more. Let me not go off topic real quick. So, where were we? Event horizon is the point of no return for light, beyond which it is irretrievably trapped by the black hole's immense gravity. La la la, we know this. So, the size of the event horizon can change, growing or shrinking based on the amount of matter that has fallen into the black hole. Interesting. So, what we could say the event horizon is our pupils, but it is literally what we would call the edge of our pupils. So that is what opens and closes. And this is why if we learn like this, what we're learning on is like a macro scale, but it's really still learning about us. So that event horizon would literally be what our pupils do, and it is expanding and contracting, right? It's so interesting. La la la. The human eye, black holes are both guardians of light. Ew. Did we just read that right now? The human eye and black holes are both guardians of light in their unique ways. Guardians of light. Black holes offer a glimpse into the mysteries of the universe. Listen, we are the universe. This is what I'm trying to explain as well. This Milky Way galaxy, yes, is just another form of us. So right now we're reading about us, okay? Oh, contact is bothering me. Yes. Let's keep going. It is noteworthy that the study of black holes has helped us to expand our understanding of the behavior of light and the laws of physics. Look at that. Look at that. This is why I said it's an eye. The whole time that I saw this in my own mind, I saw an eye. And this is how it started. Like, I literally look or find things that basically I'm already tapping into. And tapping in meaning within myself. So imagine that we are galaxies, or we are literally, like, we're our own galaxy. This is why we call it a universe, right? But we are literally walking space-time beings. Yes, we are considered spiritual beings, and we're considered light beings, but we're not just light beings. We're actually like literally like space and time. Remember, I told you space and time go hand in hand, because that's like literally, well, space, or what you would consider like dark matter. This is what I was saying earlier. Dark matter and time go hand in hand. But this is why we get, look at this, the relationship between matter, energy, and space, time. Couldn't said it better myself, right? Anyways, and I said space and time go together. But space I thought of as dark matter, which was right here. So I literally said matter and time go together. When you get a black hole, it rips it apart, which is why the theory is that when you get into the event horizon, you start to stretch out so much that the body itself is no longer a body. It's like, I don't want to say dissolved, but it's ripped to atoms at that point. That's basically what it does. So again, through their unique capturing and absorbing light. The human eye and black holes continue to broaden our understanding of the universe and our place within it. And I swear I actually love this because I didn't stumble upon this until right now, which was so fascinating. And I think that these are some of the best lives when you're actually doing the research right then and there and we stumble upon it together. So that's what I wanted to share. Let me stop sharing real quick. But yes, so I thought this was amazing. I wanted to come on and share this on my platform because I personally feel that understanding more about us gets us to a broader perspective of ourselves. The more we know, the more we can tap in, the more greater our perspective is in realizing and finding self-actualization or realizing who we really are, right? And I just wanted to say thank you. Oh, I dropped something. Thank you again. Mm, sorry. My background is kind of like not allowing me to fully come through. But thank you again for tuning in. This is Aurora Divine. I will be signing out. I just want to say peace, love, wholeness, and balance to the family. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be tuning in. I'm working on doing something daily, and I feel like there's so much more for me to put out, that this was just one of the things that I really wanted to come on here and talk about. I have one more thing. I think I'll just do it tomorrow, and I will be tuning in soon. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.